Rock and roll may live forever, but we only retire once. Kevin Lamour of Our Financial Plans and Quadris Investment Services offers a large range of financial solutions from some of the biggest leaders in the investment and insurance landscape of Canada. See how a solid financial plan built with friendly and professional advice can help. Find out more at ourfinancialplans.ca or give them a call at 705-949-1316. And welcome to the Lonesome Cowboy Podcast. And all the way from Texas, South Texas, I got a guy on the line here, and it is Joel Brogon. And Brogon, don't do what I did and spell Brogan.
Right, yes. I always have to say Brogan with an O, not Brogan with an A, like kind of a play on the Liza Minnelli song.
Yeah, well, if you do Brogan with an A, you don't get you at all.
Yeah, that's right. You sure
Yeah,
don't.
exactly. So let's go back to the beginning, Joel. How did you come by your music? How did it get to where it is today?
Well, I started writing when I was about 15 years old, kind of as an emotional outlet for some things I was going through. We had just moved away from a lot of family members, and it really, it really hurt my feelings in a way.
Sure.
And music was the way that I kind of crawled out of that space.
Cool. That's excellent. You appear to be a lover of the stripped down versions of your songs, which is what I am too. I mean,
Mhm.
I listen to guys with just playing a guitar all the time. That's where I'm going. Have you ever recorded with a full band, or you just prefer your acoustic sound as it is?
Well, I have recorded with a complete full on track once, way back.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I actually just released that as kind of a bonus track on my Songs of Family and Home collection.
Oh, okay. I didn't get a chance to plow through that one yet.
All right. Well, it's track number 14, I believe.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go listen to it then.
Yeah, but going back to that, that was in 1998, so that was a long, long time ago.
Oh, right on.
And it came out, I'm more of a folky guy, you know, it was really, really country,
Hmm.
and I didn't really care for it so much. I mean, it was good at the time. It was, kind of where I was. Um, but yeah, so most of my music is very stripped down, and I think that's my focus on the story rather than the production.
Yeah,
I prefer to get what's out on my mind out.
yeah. That's a similar method that I did of getting rid of a band. Let's put it that way. When
Oh,
I,
okay.
when I, well, it's difficult when bands don't all want the same thing. And I had a gig where it was just me and my wife, and she sang backup, and it went really well. And I went, I don't need a band.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I played a lot with my buddy Robert Andes. He's a fantastic lead guitarist,
Cool.
and in fact, on my Unlock the Doors album, it's him and I on that album.
Nice.
Um, him playing lead, and I mean that just always got such a great response.
Yeah,
So strip down can be good, and
yeah.
there's some songs that I have that I would love to have a full on, recording, full on band, but right now that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I gotcha. South Texas is where you are, and you are
Mhm.
in the heart of some of the incredible music that they are known for, and artists. In a place like that, you mustn't run short on inspiration, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Sure, sure. Well, I'm way down on the border,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm a little bit removed from like Austin and San Antonio, some of the music there. But having said that, it is a huge part of music within Texas at all. So
Hmm.
those influences definitely, bump into what we do down here sometimes, like Eliza Gilkinson and Radney Foster over in Del Rio, being from Del
Nice.
Rio. So those are some big influences. And of course, I live 6 miles from the birthplace of conjunto music.
Oh,
So
I'm not
yeah,
familiar with that.
yeah, look up conjunto music.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Mexican American influences, in the music here. Um, so all of those kind of, become a melting pot
Hmm.
for us here.
I think I got to experience some of that music in the documentary called um the heck was it American something or other, but they were recording with a lathe where they went direct to disc, and it was the only machine
Oh,
they
yep.
put it together. And they had different styles of music, and there was
Hmm.
that one style that was Latin, but different, very different. So I'm going to go back
Hmm.
and look, and that might have been what I was hearing back
Yeah,
then.
maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll send you some info on that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. I'm always interested in hearing new stuff. That's for sure. I saw that you play a dulcimer. Um, how'd,
I
how'd,
do, yes.
how'd you come to pick that up? I mean, that's one of those wild old instruments that you find, eh?
Sure. So and sadly, I have to preface this story with this. My dulcimer is broken,
Oh
which
no.
is very sad.
Yeah.
But the way that came about, my parents and I guess it was my graduation trip or something they took me on, and we went to the Ozarks in Missouri, or sorry, Arkansas. It was actually in Arkansas.
Hmm.
And my dad and I picked up a not a hammer dulcimer, but a mountain dulcimer kit,
Hmm.
and we actually put that dulcimer together, the two of
Oh,
us.
nice.
Yeah, and so yeah, I've played it all my life.
Good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
it's a great instrument.
yeah, very similar to I think it's part of the family, a Merlin.
Mhm. Yep,
Yeah, I've a local music store has a Merlin, and every time I go in, I just futz around with it, and I go, it's just so fun to
hmm.
play without actually knowing anything.
It is. It is. Yeah, I had at one time from the place I got it, which was called the uh something dulcimer shop. I can't remember the name of it. Oh,
Yeah.
McSpadden dulcimers. There was a sign that said, "There ain't no notes on the dulcimer. You just play it." I'm like, well, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You'd probably look at an old
Hmm.
dulcimer player and say, "How do you play a G chord?" And you go, "What?"
Yep. They kind of look at you and shoot their tobacco out and
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I suppose it's a silly question, but now that you've answered it with the way you did, that the fact that you're a little you're on towards the border is
Mhm.
what's the music scene like where you're at?
Well, so a lot of the music here is more on the classic rock side,
Oh
and
yeah.
there's a lot of hip hop here, believe it or not.
Wow.
Um, there's a lot of heavy metal, rock and roll. So sometimes being a folk singer isn't always exactly what folks are looking for here.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Um, but there's little pockets of places that are supportive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, I was listening to an early song. I think it's an early song of yours, "Rhythm of the Road."
Sure, that was
That,
my first single.
was it? That one really got me.
Well, good.
Yeah, it sounds like a really lonely time. And I know I write lonely stuff too, but then when I hear someone else's lonely stuff, I go, so were you on the road with your music? When did that come to you?
So that song that really had nothing to do with a personal relationship breakup or
Oh,
anything
okay,
like that.
cool.
But what I will say is I was actually driving down the road, and the car I had at the time was a beat up Subaru. It the CD but CD player didn't work. Um couldn't, it wasn't Bluetooth or anything like that.
Sure.
So I kept, fiddling through the radio, and I started hearing kind of like the tires. And I said, I'd rather listen to the rhythm of the road than anything that's on this radio. Like,
Nice.
that's got to be a song. So I wrote the song from that.
And that's it. That's all. Sometimes it's that simple, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Sometimes they got great stories, and other times they got, no, I just happened to listen to the tires, and I went, what a cool song.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes those are the best.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? That's about it. Um, so correct me if I'm wrong. So far for 2025, you've released Put on a Happy Face.
Right.
And that's all you got out right now so far, right?
That's all I've done this year,
So
yes.
that tells me what's coming. What's coming? Is you got an album coming? Do you got more stuff? A big show? What do you got?
I have got all kinds of ideas and I don't know where to land.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got so many songs that I've got grouped together. This would be a great album. This would be a great EP. And it's just one of those periods where it's like I'm not sure what to do next.
Hmm.
Because I could go in so many different directions. I've got an album of spiritual songs. I've got an album of um, kind of more like a broken memories type thing. And
Hmm. Hmm.
I've got a whole environmental album, and
Wow.
I don't know which to do next. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do next.
Yeah, exactly. Um, the are you touring at all? I mean, because you're in an area, I think, where you could probably go not too far and still hit quite a few places.
Yeah, I am not. I don't. I've had a lot of things happen with my parents.
Ah,
My parents are elderly. They're in their 80s, and my dad broke his leg this year,
oh
and
no.
so I've kind of scaled back a little bit because of that.
Keeping you
I'm the
close to
only
home, eh?
kid. I'm the only quote unquote kid here,
Uh-huh.
so I've kind of been looking after them this year.
Yeah.
But last year I was in Amarillo, and that was great. That was a great little run that I had up there.
Cool. I'm glad to hear it. And yeah, I know where you're at, man. My folks have been gone for 20 or so years, but yeah, get the idea, that's for sure. And then
Mm,
that's what we do, right?
it is. It really is.
That's what I always told my son. I said, I'm going to live really old and become a burden on you. I get all my revenge.
There you go.
So, now this, of course, I deal with DIY musicians, so I ask a lot of questions that are kind of people think, well, what would you ask them something like that for? But it's important, I think, for people to know. This obviously, not obviously, this isn't a full-time gig for you, your music.
Right. It's not. No.
Okay. So yeah, that's the common thread too, is that we're noticing that there's a lot more musicians that all have some kind of employment. You know,
Sure.
I
Yeah.
have a self-employment other than my music too, so I get it. You know what I mean? I have other
Hmm.
things that I pursue at the same time. It's uh, yeah, it's not an easy go sometimes, eh?
Right.
Exactly. Um, do you have a big end goal when it comes to your music? I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to get this or I want to do that." I'm not that way. What's your idea when it comes to goals, or are you just a guy that likes, yeah, that's a good direction. I'm going that way. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I've got a big end goal. I
Okay.
would say, my focus is putting out the songs that I feel like are the right songs for the time.
Hmm.
For instance, you mentioned Put on a Happy Face. I've sat on that song since 2018.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and I've struggled and struggled over the years thinking, okay, when's the right time to put that out?
Sure.
And I mean, let's face it, I mean, this is a weird world right now. It is a
Yeah.
very strange world. And for some reason, it just hit me, maybe this is the time for that song.
Hmm.
And I think I hit on something.
Yeah.
That's my most played song
There you go.
so far,
You know what? It's
So,
positive. It's nice, and people are looking for
mhm,
something like that to say, let's just forget about stuff and listen to
exactly.
that. And that's when I listened to it. I went, oh, this is perfect for this time.
Well,
Yeah.
cool. Then I did what I was supposed to
Yeah.
do.
I said to myself, actually, I says, I hope he's getting success with this because this is one of those timing things,
Yeah, yeah.
that I
So
find.
I guess my other goal is I'd really like to get all my songs out there before I go. So I mean,
All right.
hope
Well,
that
that's good.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. Um, On your website, it says that you are a spiritual leader for your community.
Mhm.
Can you share what you do there and your community and what it is? And
Sure, absolutely. So I'm part of the United Church of Christ, which is a very progressive uh, denomination,
uh
and I'm a deacon in the church, and that's one of those dreams that I had. That was one of my big goals. If we're talking about big goals, was getting a United Church of Christ set up here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Good stuff.
And after 25 years of working at it, it finally happened. So it's been a really cool thing. We will have been in existence for 2 years in September.
Hmm.
So it's one of those accomplishments I'm really proud of. You know, finally, I guess the timing was right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's put it this way: uh, churches and stuff like that are coming under a certain amount of scrutiny nowadays, with the way things are going in the world. So
Right.
you haven't been in the news, so that's a good thing.
Well, well, we were in the news. We just had our general synod, and we made some pretty strong resolutions concerning. I don't want to get too political, but concerning um, the focus on immigration right now, and
Oh, right.
you know, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every human being. So
Boy.
that's what we're about.
Yeah. I don't have any kind of religion that I follow, but
Mhm.
all I really want to do is just treat everybody with decent respect. You know what I mean? That's
Exactly,
it.
and that's where the focus should be.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what it all comes down to. And also, you talk about environmental issues. That's
Sure.
probably in the oil industry in Texas has got to be a great opportunity to fight there.
Yes, even more so locally, the encroach of SpaceX and Elon Musk
Oh, Lord.
in my backyard,
Oh,
basically.
my.
Um, we took a pristine beach and now it's littered with rockets and a brand new town, company town, and the road gets closed whenever they want now. Um, so you basically cut off access to the People's Beach.
Hmm.
Um, there's also a Civil War battle site there. There's Texas State Park land there. There's so many rich cultural heritage sites within that beach that are now imperiled. And so I speak out very strongly against what's happening there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Excellent. Yeah, that's I'm way up here in Canada, and we're always watching our historic sites and stuff like that, and we make sure that there's nobody doing or putting up inappropriate stuff on that kind of thing. So it's great to have that kind of watching going on because if we don't do it, who is going to, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Venues and that when they're down there. How is it for musicians with them? Are the venues pretty, uh, I guess, for lack of a better word, respectable and so on and so forth when it comes to gigs, musicians and that?
Well, speaking from what I do, folk music, there's plenty of coffee shops and plenty of farmers markets and that are very music friendly. So
Right on.
for me, yeah, that's good.
Good stuff.
There are some pretty decent sized venues that are well trafficked by folks that do other things that I don't do. So
Right on. I got it. Interesting. Um, I've come to the philosophy that I have when it comes to audiences, and yours is the same way. I'd rather play for 20 engaged people than 200 who could care less and are not paying attention. Um,
absolutely,
and I think that somehow labels us, in a way that, to some music events, they want that, because we'd rather play for a smaller crowd, they wouldn't pick us. They want that bigger crowd.
right.
I don't know about you, but they all look at me with funny eyes when I say, "Oh, 20 people, man, they were fantastic. It was great." And they all go,
Yeah,
"What?" Yeah,
yeah. I want to see their faces
yeah,
and see if they're getting it. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
exactly.
really I really enjoy looking at individual people and kind of feeling what their reaction is to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
words.
Yeah. And yeah, it's difficult because I mean, I had a large show that I played here locally. It's for the city. They do a series of concerts, and it was great because I could see the audience. I mean, it wasn't not
Yeah,
that big, but I could see every face in the audience, which was great, you know, and
Yeah,
you can see
that's
if they're
cool.
engaged. Yeah. And that's always a good thing. Um,
Yep.
you know, when they're looking at you and they're not talking to their neighbor and that kind of stuff.
If they're not looking at their phone, you know you've got them.
Well, I don't mind as long as they hold the phone up and take video of me because
Well,
I
sure.
never
Yeah.
get any of that stuff. I wish I could find all the people that did video at my shows. I'd have some decent stuff, I'll tell you. But anyways, Joel, tell people where they can find out more about you and your socials and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. So the best way to get me is my link tree.
Okay.
And if you'll just search Linktree Joel Brogan, Brogon,
There we go.
you'll find me. Google me too. Just make sure you put that O in there, not that A, because that A is not going to find me.
No, you're going to get someone completely different.
You're going to get some physicist, or there's a whole list of people that
Yeah, I think it was
do a lot,
I thought it was a
lot
sports
of
person
different
too at
things.
one time, but I went, oh,
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. And I went, nope, that's not him. I don't think he's
And
that
my
old.
music. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt,
That's all right.
but
No,
my
no.
music's on all the streaming sites, so you can find it pretty much anywhere you listen to music. So
And the website, Joel Brogan, Brogon.com.
Brogan.com. Yes, sir.
There you go.
JoelBrogan.com.
That's right. Excellent, excellent. Good stuff. Well, we're going to keep watching you and hopefully turn the folks onto your music a little bit more. There's some great, insightful things in there, folks. And the man's, like I said, he's one of those guys that would rather just sing in front of a few people to a guitar and get his point across than a large audience and a giant band shoving it down
Yeah.
your throat. Yeah, I agree 100%. Thank you once again, sir. I appreciate you coming on the program.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime.